Hey, everybody, I've been telling you about this interview. Have we finally entered the age of personal home robots? Well, yeah. Dr. Cynthia Breazeal joining us here today is going to talk about Jibo. And what is Jibo? Why was it voted one of the top 25 inventions of 2017 by Time Magazine last week? And have we now entered the robot age? Dr. Brazil, thanks for joining us here today. Sounds like we may have.
Yes, it's great to be here.
Let's talk about this. You know, we're hearing about robots now almost every day from somewhere, right? Generations now are expecting it. So, can we take a look at what it is that you all have created? But what is the technology that has enabled us to do this?
Yeah, so one of the things that's so different about Jibo from other smart technologies that have come into the home is Jibo is a helpful companion. So I saw Star Wars when I was a little girl. I fell in love with R2-D2 and C-3PO. And, this notion now of a robot that has this sort of lifelike presence, it's almost like having your family pet who got really smart and can talk and to actually do useful things for you. So he has cameras, he can see you, he can recognize your face. He has 6 microphones in his head that you can notice when I talk to him. He can turn and look at me. He localizes the sound. He has speech recognition and natural language understanding. So I can ask him things like, "Hey, Jibo, do I need an umbrella today?"
That's probably not necessary. The forecast shows sun with a high of 57 and a low of 47.
Yeah. And it turns out he has great dance moves. So, hey, Jibo, what's your favorite dance?
This one.
Dr. Brazil, this is really so very exciting, but it's exciting from a lot of different perspectives. We're calling this a social robot. And in the day and age that we live in, people want to be able to live their lives and have an interface that makes sense to them. But I want to ask you about this. What is your vision for Jibo? What have you discovered? And what is the response from the public about it?
Yeah, so we've discovered and learned so many things about how people interact with Jibo. So first of all is that people of all ages and stages are really resonating with Jibo as this helpful companion. So whether you're a young child or a busy professional or even a person aging in place, this warm, friendly interface, I like to say he's not just user-friendly, he's actually friendly, makes a big difference. And it's really this combination of both the usefulness but also the fun and the playfulness that really makes the Jibo experience so special. For me as a mom, when I bring technology into the home is a very special place. That's where my family is, that's where the people who I love are. I don't want to compete with technology for my family's attention or vice versa. So the fact that Jibo is a social robot, that when I engage with Jibo, it's a face-to-face interaction, that my kids can talk to Jibo, but we're still able to actually look at each other as we're getting value from interacting with Jibo, is really quite different. And when I think about the role of autonomy and intelligence in the home, I want it to be something that allows us to stay in the human moment and to be together. So one of my favorite examples is, we're coming up on the holidays, right? So I used to be the family photographer. So what would that mean, right? I would have to step out of the action, get my phone, open the app, take the picture, which means I am never in any of the family photos, which drives me nuts. But now with Jibo, he's the family photographer. So I can say, take a picture, and he can use his face recognition and detection to find us, to move, to frame the shot. And now I can be in that moment. And to me, that's priceless. So that is what is so different about the Jibo experience versus any of these other kind of smart devices.
Yeah, and I think the other thing you said that is really super important to talk about is we're now moving into the age that people expect something like this. They expect a Jibo. One of the things I want to just get back to, there's a misconception about moms, and there has been for years. The latest studies report that moms, by far, over and above any of their male companions, are highly technical savvy. They stay connected to their technology higher than any other group. They use technology higher than any other group. And so
Yeah.
it's interesting that you brought this up about being a mom.
Yeah.
Isn't this one of the most unlikely demographics that's likely?
I think, when any of us as entrepreneurs, as inventors, we invent things that we are passionate about and that we have a lot of deep personal experience with. So maybe in some ways it's not surprising that a professor who happens to be a mom and a woman, started a company to create something like Jibo, because it is such a fundamentally not only a different experience, the whole design premise is a far more humanistic design premise that really understands the importance of family and being together, especially when we think about bringing technology into the home. You don't want technology to interfere with that. So I see Jibo as being just, again, a very different experience.
Yeah. And look, as the founder, as the chief scientist, as the discoverer, as the inventor, I have to tell you, I'm not surprised. I'm actually absolutely ecstatic about this and being able to talk with you, because there is something that happens when you develop something from a need. I mean, you're talking to a woman that owns, one of the largest positive talk networks on the planet and is intended to expand tenfold next year. So look at us too. What is it about us that's coming from a need to touch the hearts of people? See, that's what this is about. This is about touching the hearts of people, isn't it?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And appreciating that, really to empower people and to fully engage people. It can't just be about kind of our cognitive selves. It really has to be the whole person, right? The social, the emotional, the physical, all of these things are really important to really be able to tap in and unlock human potential.
Well, I hope we're going to be able to talk with you more as time goes on. What is the best way for people to find out more? And what an honor it is to be able to speak with you today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so to find out more about Jibo, people can go to our website at jibo.com. That's jibo.com. We are going to have some fun specials on Cyber Monday, so we encourage people to check out the website Sunday night and Monday. And they can always join the newsletter, and that's the best way to find out what's new and exciting about Jibo.
Wow, I love to see what you're going to create next. Thank you, Dr. Breazeal. Thank you so much for today, and thank you for all that you do.
Thank you so much.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.